Hello everyone, and welcome to the cafe. Today is Monday, March 9, 2026, and yes, we are back with another episode of our cafe. So, how are you all doing so far? Yes, and unfortunately, my earphones have broke, and luckily my microphone still works via the earphones. But now I'm using my Galaxy earbuds as a band-aid solution as a result. But how are you all doing so far, ladies and gents? Hello. And hello Mido, hello Larotario Gaming and Mido. As also our Discord audience that is other than the one and only Alzalizalia. Hello everyone. Yeah, let me check if my audio is working. I think my audio just broke it. I'm not sure. Anyway, wait a minute. Am I not hearing any background music? Okay. Alright. Okay, so let me check the Discord chat before we even begin. Alright, never mind. So it's just the internal discussions I'm seeing there. Okay, without any further ado, now let's get in right away into our tech cafe. Well. We are off to not so good start because Nintendo is suing U.S. government over Trump's illegal tariffs, and we will be getting into that in a bit. But man, even I expecting Nintendo to like sue their asses, but with against the U.S. government, huh? All right, so let's put in the full screen so all can see what we are going to be showing you. And yes, all right, so this is coming from The Verge as we speak, as we will be reading to you right here. Oh boy. Alright, Nintendo of America is suing the US government over President Trump's tariffs and is demanding a prompt refund with interest of any duties that it has paid, according to a complaint filed in the US Court of International Trade, as reported previously by Aftermath. The Supreme Court ruled last month that Trump's use of the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, or EPA, to levy reciprocal tariffs was illegal, without specifying how any refunds might work. Nintendo announced launch details for the Switch 2, including a planned pre-order date of April 9. On the same day, Trump announced plans to implement broad tariffs on imports from many countries last year. It pushed back Switch 2 pre-orders in the US to assess the potential assess the potential impact of tariffs before eventually launching as planned, but with hiked prices for several accessories. FedEx has also filed a lawsuit in the US Court of International Trade asking for a full refund of tariff payments. The company said that if refunds are issued to the company, it will refund customers for Trump's tariffs to the shippers and consumers who originally bore those charges. So you can see the full document of the complainant against the government. You could tell the US Department of the Treasury, Homeland Security, oh man, every government agency is involved. Oh my god. Anyway, so you can see the pages of complaints there, and yeah, you can tell they find it very unfair right there. So that's the Nintendo suing against the US government, and well, what do we know, right? Okay, so I wanna hand over to my fellow cool GJs if they're available. Let's start with LDG. Good evening, LDG. What do you say about the Nintendo's or Nintendo suing the U.S. government against the tariffs? Any thoughts, or do you have any words to share?
This is basically the equivalent of hydrogen bomb versus cupping baby. Yeah, basically that's it. So you basically Nintendo has the right now to sue the U.S. government, and not
I
gonna lie,
know.
it is for the right purposes, you know, because yeah, the the illegal tariffs that has been imposed on Nintendo and other companies is just absurd. That's it.
Mm-hmm. And you can tell in a document that you saw earlier, LTG, that every government agency is involved. You noticed that, right? You noticed that? Alright, anyway, alright, Mido, if you're available, what can you say about Nintendo suing against the US government for unfair tariffs or illegal tariffs, what you're saying? If Mido's available. Mido, do you have any words to share about this?
I think Mido is not available for a meanwhile because he's
I
still
guess.
doing something.
Alright, understandable. Okay, so there you go. Now heading over to our fellow audiences outside Discord. What do you say about this? I would love to know about that. Let us know because I find this to be crazy. Like, oh my gosh, how is it possible to sue the entire U.S. government? Like, I know it sounds crazy if you ask me. Yeah, it sounds crazy. All right.
Yeah.
Speaking of speaking
Wait,
of
can we
which,
go back to that earlier
oh, about
item,
the
because I wanted to say something there real quick before I
oh, okay,
mute
go.
again and go back to my script, cause this is actually because according to Nintendo, alongside a lot of others who sued the government, this is a violation of an act that was enacted in, I believe, the 1970s, that basically the government basically abused the use of this said law, and that's why they had to sue. And how funny it was, Nintendo.
I know,
But
right?
alongside Nintendo, there are also a lot of other companies that have sued. FedEx is one of them, and as we already know, FedEx is one of the major players in
Mm-hmm. Okay,
what do you
folks,
call this?
my
To
PC
put
is
to put it in Filipino, pag
out here.
carriers. That's right. Yeah,
My PC is acting up.
carriers
I'm
in
not
the
sure why.
United States. So that's the problem. That's what they're trying to get back to, because these are very very huge losses to these companies, and it is going to be a problem, especially for Nintendo, because their consoles and their games are soaring high in prices. As we already know, I believe the Switch 2 is at $199, I believe. I don't know if they've increased further, but there is a possibility that if this keeps on going, we would see record high prices on Nintendo consoles and first party games, or even third party games, over the course of a few years.
Hmm. I see that. I see. But yeah, if that continues, this is going to not. This is not going to look good. If I'm gonna be honest, like imagine gaming becomes luxury, like the RAM. Like buying a RAM is not a luxury. And now the tariffs is becoming ridiculous nowadays. So, yeah. Alright, let's move on to the next one. For real this time. And... no,
Oh
no.
no.
Yup. Yup, guys. Lawmakers just advanced online safety laws that require age verification at the App Store. Oh no! Oh no, no one wants that, huh? Oh no. Whoever says this is a... Oh my god. Whoever says this is a good thing, think again, because... gonna be... Because this is not gonna be good, okay? This is not good. And my PC just froze. Oops. Anyways, whoever thinks this is a good thing, it's not, okay? It's not. It's not. Alright, so... Why I think this is a bad idea? Well, we will be reading this first and then I will share my thoughts. So, a package of child safety bills is headed to the House floor following an hours-long session that left Democrats and Republicans divided. On Thursday, lawmakers at the House Committee on Energy and Commerce voted to advance the Kids, Internet and Digital Safeties Act, Sammy's Law, and the App Store Accountability Act, which will require app stores to introduce age gating. The KIDS Act, which is sponsored by Congressman Brett Goodree, or R-KY, and compresses several child safety laws. That includes a version of the latest House Republican update to the Kids Online Safety Act, or KOSA, without the duty of care provision central to the Senate's bipartisan version of the bill, which requires big tech platforms to mitigate risk to minors. Several Democrats opposed the law, arguing it would prevent states from strengthening online protections for young users. KOSA has been introduced in several forms over the past few years, but has repeatedly failed to pass. Representative Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez, or DNY, said the KIDS Act uses child safety as a smokescreen for the desires of big tech lobbyists. So this is what Ocasio-Cortez said. What big tech lobbyists want is a national surveillance program where they can harvest the private and personal data of every American with zero actual protections for people. She also called out Discord, good, which pulled back its plans for age verification after facing fierce backlash from users over concerns about security and privacy, as well as partnerships with the third-party verification platform, Persona. So this is what Ocasio-Cortez said about this. Quote, Discord tried to roll out this idea of an age verification or an age verification technique, but they did it in this way that was also very emblematic of what we're against here today. What's more shocking is that Discord made the decision to move forward with this after they had been hacked and at least 70,000 users had their data stolen. Ouch. Last year, Discord said a small number of government ID images were exposed as part of a hack affecting a third-party customer service provider. Again, with Discord did not disclose it which exactly they're using, which it has since stopped using. Other rules bundled in the package would impose age verification requirements for App Store downloads and purchases, as well as when accessing adult content online. In addition to limiting companies from designing their platforms in ways that result in compulsive usage, the KIDS Act also includes a provision requiring AI chatbot makers to inform minors that they're talking to an AI system, not a human. The KIDS Act passed the committee with a roll call vote of 28 to 24. The committee simply greenlit the App Store Accountability Act with a 26 to 23 vote, which will impose age verification requirements at the App Store level with the goal of preventing minors from downloading age-restricted content. It also signed off on Sammy's Law, a bill that will require large social media platforms to give parents the ability to manage their child's online interactions and account settings through a third-party tool. The House Committee didn't hold a vote on the Children and Teens Online Privacy Protection Act, or COPA 2.0, after the Senate's Commerce Committee unanimously passed its version of the law. Age verification at the App Store level has become the subject of the heated battle between tech giants. While Meta and Spotify continue to advocate for App Store level age checks that would take some pressure off their services, The App Store owners like Apple and Google are lobbying against that approach, which has shown up in states like Utah and Louisiana. Morgan Wilsman, a policy analyst at the nonprofit think tank Public Knowledge, said in a statement, reading quote, lawmakers continue spending time on bills that simply pass on the responsibility for child safety online entirely to parents, rather than pushing platforms to make the products safer for everyone. Wilsman notes there are still some bright spots in the administration, such as the bills that would force tech companies to make the design of their platforms safer for kids. And here is the continued statement quote. We hope Congress can push forward conversations around what actually perpetuates harms to kids online, namely risky design features like live chat with strangers or endless scroll, rather than content young users may come across, end quote. Okay, so there you go. I still believe that age verification is never a good idea, while at the very least, Ocasio-Cortez made a right call to call out against Discord, because as we all know, Discord made a very stupid decision to implement age verification to roll out worldwide. But luckily, this has been backtracked and it will not be happening for a couple of months for now. But yeah, so I still don't think age verification is a good idea. All right, guys. So, what can you say about this? And let me hand over to my fellow co-host, our guest co-host rather. Let's start with LTG.
Okay. So this Kids Act is basically what the representative says. They just want to track the kids rather than the oh my god, you got an age verification thingy, and they just want to track everyone technically, rather than or maybe have a control, or we call this is just straight up breach of privacy, not gonna lie. And you know that they are saying that quote unquote the ID verification is deleted automatically, which is, you know, what happened in Persona, you know what happened at a lot of ID verification companies. They have not. They have not.
Well said. It's like they're just pushing further with the age verification, while doubling down at the same time. Am I right? LTG?
Yeah. They are basically 2 times the, what do you call this? The invasion of privacy. 2 times the what the big tech want is, of course, track people,
Yeah.
and this is just insane why they still have that law from in the beginning.
Yeah. Like, oh my god. I do not think it should ever happen in the first place, but yeah, I'm sorry to say, it's still a bad idea. It's still a bad idea, to be fair, to push forward with age verification. But the only thing I find it good thing is they're calling out against Discord. You can tell they are calling out against Discord. So good.
Why they're not? Wait, why just Discord? We have Roblox. We have Facebook. We have a lot of games that are still want to do, like for example, It is of course mostly Discord, but of course other games like Roblox and other games that I can't say in here because I don't know their privacy policies yet. And you know what is happening? They just put their situation worse, you know. Parents are responsible, not the entire government, okay? Because
Exactly.
of course parents just don't care about what they are um checking onto the screens, you know, what they are playing, what they are watching. They just don't care, and just they have like unrestricted access to the internet, which is bad.
Exactly. All right. And speaking of Roblox, as you just mentioned, OTG, well, look at this. Roblox is censoring chats with AI. Can't you believe that?
What do you mean? It's already happening. What do you mean censoring chats with AI? It's already happening, you know?
And
Oh,
even like the most mundane of things are being censored in Roblox. So this is honestly not a surprise, but honestly it's not even the right thing to do. Like they're just barking up the wrong tree at this point. That's the problem. If they want to really if they want to really be up there as like a reputable platform that actually protects kids, so maybe try to crack down on the games that have a very NSFW gaming audience, and namely crack on the pedophile games. You know, it's
oh
easy.
yeah.
Yet
Oh yeah.
this is basically just Roblox
Uh,
developers barking up the wrong tree. That's the problem.
True.
Also, can I add about that?
Just go.
Also, they are just doing a damage control rather than give a good solution, which is ban all accounts that are linked to NSFW NSFW games, or quote unquote condo games. They are just you can check their DC, you know, you can check their Discord for that if you want to ban every single time. And it is like, not gonna lie, Roblox and Discord are like on a mutual side, because of course Discord doesn't do shit, because of course they are what do you call this? They
Hmm.
are I forgot the term. They are getting money from Boost. They are getting money
Or
from
money from
Boost.
investors. Money from
No, no, no,
investors.
no, no, no.
Investors.
Not the investors, not the investors. They are getting their money from Boost itself.
Oh. All right.
So I think that's why Discord doesn't want to do something, but they are already banned. They already banned some of the condos, but it is just a fraction of what is the problem with Discord right now and Roblox.
Right. Yeah. And by the way, I wanted to get into this. So, if you know that they have been censoring chat for a very long time, they use the hashtag hash symbols, but now with their AI, they're going to alter it from hurry the f up. Instead will be replaced with hurry up. So yeah, that's what their AI is going to do in censoring chat instead of using the hashtag symbols now or hash symbols. Eh, I mean, well, I don't know what to say about this, but honestly, this is pretty basic to be honest. But on the other hand, Roblox age verification is still not good. So there's that. Okay. Before I even move on, I want to hand over to my non-Discord audience. What do you say about Roblox censoring the chats with AI? Will instead of using for context, instead of using the hash symbols, it will now alter the conversation with without fancy words. So there's that. Well, what do you say about this? Let us know. And the last but not least is, yeah, Sony is now testing out on dynamic pricing for PlayStation games. Oh boy. Okay, so LDG, I think this is something you need to hear, but well, this is the first time I'm hearing Sony testing waters with its different pricing for a same game. Okay, so a site called PS Prices has been tracking prices on Sony's digital game store and noticed something unusual. Some games were being offered at different prices to different users. What's more, those offers are tracked in the PlayStation API with experiment identifiers like IPT underscore pilot and IPT underscore OPR underscore testing. Of course, it's nothing new, but of course it's nothing new. Okay, but for PlayStation, this is the first time. Okay, this is the first time. So Sony is running A/B testing on prices for over 150 games in 68 regions, though the US doesn't currently appear to be part of the experiment for now at least.
Can I say this?
Oh, go.
I hope that they are copying the Steam pricing. I hope that copy the Steam pricing of like they are lower for third world countries. That is an actual W for Sony. But if this is just for testing dynamic pricing for basically ramping up prices for this kind of users, nah.
Yeah, that's what I fear, man. That's what I fear. If they're going to use dynamic pricing for jacking the prices up while keeping the same price for some users and jacking the prices up for other set of users, yeah, that's not gonna end well. So yeah, there you go. That is Sony planning on its dynamic pricing for PlayStation games. And again, US is not part of the experiment to say the least for now, but they did say that over 68 regions are part of the experiment, but we aren't exactly sure which regions are part of dynamic pricing experiment. So if you're one of the 68 regions, please let us know which region are you part in, or what region are you part in, and do you see any different prices for a game that you're planning to buy? I really am curious to know. So yeah, what do you want to? I need your help or thoughts on that. All right,
Okay.
it is now. Okay, go ahead, LTG. Before we have the break, LTG, go ahead.
No. No. I'm just saying okay.
Okay. All right. Okay, it is now 7 p.m. Philippine Standard Time, and we will be taking our first commercial break now. But in the meantime, let's mention our 5-minute sponsors. That is the newest 5-minute sponsor rather. That is MSA Gotas, and of course our other proud sponsors like Dell Sound, Campino Coffee, Melody Mart, and Always Grocery. Stay along with us as ASPHERE'S Cafe will return after the break. We will be right back. Stay along with us.
Innova Power G6. Fast, sleek, reliable, affordable. Now equipped with Ryzen 7000 series CPU, Radeon RX 7000 series, 1TB SSD storage, and 32GB RAM. Enough to fulfill your needs.
Innova.
Mira drinking water. Fresh, cool, calm.
Inspire any Filipino's choice. Introducing O-Spend Mineral Water, made from 100% pure mountain water. Distilled, fresh, approved by Filipinos.
I choose O-Spend Mineral Water.
Canyon Choco Biscuit. With extra chocolate and extra creamer in one biscuit, will give a delicious chocolate taste. You'll want to try it again.
Canyon Choco Biscuit. Feel the Choco vibes.
Uminom ka ng tinted cola sa isang malakas na lasa para masigla ang araw mo. Try na! Sarap, di ba? Available din sa mga bayan na walang sugar at 500 ml at 1 litro ng bote. Tinted Cola, refresh your life.
Kasi no? Pero don't worry mga lords. Like ito Peanut Antivirus. G para sa secure na browsing. G para sa secure na computer. At G para sa secure na Pilipinas.
Download and install Peanut Antivirus now.
Sa panahon ngayon, dapat maging mapanuri. Ang safe na toyo ay pasado sa food safety standards. Evacuation kasama ang level ng 3MCPD. Ang DM soy sauce, pasado. Safe gamitin, safe ang inyong pamilya. Magbabakasakali ka pa ba? DM soy sauce, ito ay safe.
Wala kaming commercial. Pwera na lang sa commercial nito, oo naman. Pero, meron ba kaming bagong produkto? Meron ba kaming iaalok sa inyo? Meron ba kaming kinuhang artista o sikat na personalidad para i-endorse kung anong inaalok namin? Siyempre, ang sagot niyan, wala. Literal na wala. Wala kami niyan, Chong.
Kahit saan, sisig ng ina mo, lunod ka sa saya, mula sa pampagana hanggang sa dulo.
Ang sisig na hinahanap-hanap mo ay nasa sisig ng ina mo na. For just 70 pesos, may legit na kapampangan na sisig ka na with soft drinks and sabaw. Dito lang yan sa sisig ng ina mo.
Ang boring dito. Hanap na lang kaya ako ng maiinom.
Ang refreshing.
Refresh your day. Feel alive with Chaos Cola. Also available, Chaos Soda.
Woo! 25 pesos lang. Sulit. Bin na.
Pagkagising sa umaga, umangon at kumain ng sapat. Gatas ang kailangan para lumusog ang katawan, pero may solusyon dyan. Ito ang MSI Gatas. Uminom ng MSI Gatas.
Ada Morella po, mag-MSA Gatas para iinumin ang gatas. Sarap. Mag-MSA Gatas na. 69 na piso SRP sa suking tindahan.
The use of milk supplements must only be upon the advice of a health professional.
Every sunrise brings a new story, and every story begins with a single journey. At Zakish Airlines, we believe travel isn't just about reaching your destination. It's about the experience that carries you there. From comfort that feels like home, to service that feels like family, we make sure your moments in the sky are unforgettable. Because when you fly with us, the world is closer than you think. Zakish Airlines, your world within reach.
Kung ikaw ay nagtataka, ito ay isang napakasarap na adobo. Pero bakit napakabango? Ang sikreto ni Mommy ay O-Spend Toyo. Ito ay fermented, gawain ito sa pinakamahusay na kalidad ng soybeans mula sa sakahan, sobrang sarap, sobrang dekalidad at syempre, safe gamitin Ayon sa Food and Drug Administration, para sa iyong pamilya, pipiliin ng lahat ang pinakamahusay na brand. Ospen Toyo, sulit sarap!
Achoo! 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 Achoo!
Ang boring dito. Hanap na lang kaya ako ng maiinom.
Ang refreshing.
Refresh your day. Feel alive with Chaos Cola. Also available, Chaos Soda.
Woo! 25 pesos lang. Sulit. Bin na.
Shopee, dua-dua, Memsel, ala Memsel, di Shopee, dua-dua, Shopee, dua-dua, Memsel, ala Memsel, di Shopee, dua-dua, di Shopee, dua-dua, ala Memsel, di Shopee, dua-dua, ala Memsel, di Shopee, dua-dua, ala Memsel, di Shopee, dua-dua, Memsel.
Di biro ang maging newscaster at president and CEO. Dati, sa office inaantok pa ako at napapagod. Buti sa tulong ng Lion Energy Drink, lumakas pa ako. Bukod sa taurine, vitamin B complex at ginseng, ay mayroon ring vitamin C para lumakas ang immune system. Kaya ako'y matibay at masigla ang aking trabaho. Lakas ka with Lion Energy Drink. From Godwin Enterprise.
Mahalagang paalala, ang Lion Energy Drink ay hindi dapat at hindi maaaring gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Antukin pa rin ako tuwing umaga. Napakahirap talagang gumising at yun, late ako parati sa programa. Kapag maganda ang gising ko, sisigla pa rin ako sa tulong ng Tengu Coffee Drink. Ito ay may tamang tapang ng kape na may asukal at creamer. 3-in-1 sa tapang at sarap. Ang tapang, ang sarap. Try nyo. Basta may Tengu, gigising ka.
PDM. Hay naku, nakaka-stress talaga ang traffic. Pagdating ko sa bahay, napahiga na lang ako sa sopa. Yun tuloy, sumakit na ang ulo ko. Reset.
Headache? May solusyon dyan. Introducing PD Pharma Paracetamol Anti-Fever Capsule. Bukod sa lagnat, panlaban rin yan sa sakit ng ulo. May bisa ng paracetamol para balik sigla ka na mula umaga hanggang gabi.
Ayos na ng pakiramdam ko ah. Salamat sa PD Pharma Paracetamol.
Basta paracetamol, hanapin ang nakatatak. PD Pharma.
Iron, taurine, and B vitamins is the key for PD Cola.
PD Cola!
25 pesos lang, saan ka ba?
Venice Maple Syrup para paglalagay ng pancakes at waffles sa mas matamis. Sarap!
Presyo sa 300 pesos lang. Magbibili sa lahat ng Jor Supermarket, mga grocery stores, department stores at sa lahat ng mga inyong tindahan.
Innova Power G6, fast, sleek, reliable, affordable. Now equipped with Ryzen 7000 series CPU, Radeon RX 7000 series, 1TB SSD storage, and 32GB RAM. Enough to fulfill your needs.
Innova.
Mabango ang hair. Hindi lang ang hair, smooth pa rin. Thanks to Ospen Shampoo with 100% natural coconut cream. May long-lasting bango, kaya di lang mabango, bango smooth pa.
Dito na tayo sa JA, kung saan lahat ay okay. Sa JA, lahat dito ay super mura. Lahat mga maganda dito sa JA. Sa JA, napatunayan na ng bayan, wala namang iba. Quality shopping ang aming dala. Mapapa-JA talaga kayo. Ang supermarket namin ay JA.
Welcome back to the program. It is now 7:11 p.m. Philippine Standard Time. Oh wow, 7:11, nice number. Anyway, let's continue with our tech cafe right here on ASPHERE'S Cafe. Alright, so let's get my screen share up. And I think we are now talking about the rumored new MacBook Ultra lineup. So here it is. Let's have it showing here on our screen. There we go. And now this is very interesting as we will be diving into the rumored report about the upcoming MacBook Ultra laptops. So this is coming from GSM Arena. Apple is expected to launch new MacBook Pro models later this year featuring a touchscreen OLED display and M6 series chips. The upcoming lineup was initially expected to replace the recently launched M5 Pro and M5 Max MacBook Pro models. However, according to Bloomberg's Mike Gurman, that may not be the case. Gurman suggests that the upcoming MacBook could instead carry an Ultra monkier and sit above the M5 Pro and M5 Max MacBooks. While Gurman is unsure whether Apple will adopt the Ultra branding or stick with the traditional Pro name, the upcoming laptop is expected to come with a higher price tag. According to the analyst, the new OLED touchscreen MacBooks could see prices rise by as much as 20%. Gurman also adds that Apple is planning to expand its lineup with options across different price points. The company recently introduced the more affordable MacBook Neo with a starting price of $599, and a similar tiered strategy could extend to its higher-end MacBook offerings as well. The new OLED MacBooks with touchscreens will reportedly launch in the fourth quarter of 2026. So this is interesting, because normally every year that we will be getting a new MacBook Pro with a generational upgrade with a new M series chip every year. But this year, it looks like Apple is taking a different approach. So as we already know by now, and I think I have already brought up the topic last Friday, that I have shared my thoughts on the MacBook Neo, and honestly, the MacBook Neo is a pretty good budget MacBook, and also it's also good for the newcomers as well. So I honestly can say is that the MacBook Neo is really a starting point for newcomers and for those who are looking to get their laptop at an affordable price. And yeah, that's a perfect example with the MacBook Neo. And now, as for the MacBook Pro, and we know, usually again, as I have mentioned previously, usually MacBook Pro would get update or refresh model every year with a new M series chip. But again, this is not the case for this year because Apple will be introducing an Ultra monkier with an M6 chip, along with introducing a touchscreen to the MacBooks. So my take on this is, well, if I can only say one thing, is that my Apple is finally bringing touchscreen to their upcoming MacBooks, and well, they're already catching up with a lot of manufacturers who already implemented touchscreen not too long ago. Because if we look back in 2012, they implemented a touchscreen with Windows 8 operating system, or I should say, they have touchscreen laptops since Windows 8 era. And now, as we look forward, or as we fast forward to today, Apple is already starting to catch up with their Mac, having its touchscreen soon, but it's not coming to MacBook Neo for now. But yeah, very interesting that we will be getting a touchscreen MacBooks at long last, while the Ultra monkier or MacBook Ultra will be introduced. Well, I am not exactly sure what are they going to do with the Ultra, because as far as I know, it will have a new M6 chip, but it will not be replacing MacBook Pro as far as I am aware of. Now, I wanna hand over to my audiences here in our stage. Do you have any predictions on what Apple is planning to do with the MacBook Ultra? Let's start with anyone who is up for the thoughts. All right, LDG, what can you say about this? And to those who prefer typing in the chat instead, feel free to leave it in the chat. I'll be reading it I'll be reading your chats right there as well. All right, so there you go. So I don't know if I have anyone watching my episode right now on ASPHERE'S Coffee as Media's YouTube channel, which I will be checking real quick. Let me check my channel right now. Okay, I don't see anyone who's watching my live stream at the moment, but that's completely fine because normally my audience would come typically the mid episode of our cafe, but yeah, all right. So I don't see anyone in the live chat as of the moment, but yeah. Anyway, all right. Again, if anyone's up to share their thoughts on what is Apple gonna do with the MacBook Ultra, what do you think Apple's gonna do? Let me call LDG. LDG, are you up on sharing your thoughts, or are you unavailable? Okay, it looks like LDG is unavailable, as well as Mido's likely busy as well. So I'll get back to them later. But in the meantime, that's my take. In the meantime, that's my take on the MacBook Ultra. That will feature its touchscreen and of course the new M6 chip. And yeah, it looks like MacBook Pro is not going to have its generational upgrade this year. We will be getting an M6 MacBook, but carrying an Ultra, maybe, who knows. I'll be going back to that article later for LDG, but as far as I know with Mido is very busy with preparing the script for Cool News. And yes, by the way, about Cool News is returning tonight later at 9:45 p.m. And of course, I will also be returning to anchor Cool News Primetime on Thursday. So I expect me to anchor.
You gotta watch, cause
exactly.
We've been cooking. We've been cooking out there, homie.
Yep. As
So
she
you
said,
gotta watch.
the
You
news
gotta
department.
stay tuned to this program. Until 9:45. You gotta stay tuned to our station till 9:45 to see what
True.
we've been cooking up.
As what she said.
See you later,
As what she said.
guys.
Listen. Yes. As what she said earlier, the news department has been cooking lately, and yeah, look forward to our refreshed and relaunch of Cool News later at 9:45 p.m. after either Music Express or Cool FM Hangout. It depends. But again, for me, I will be returning to anchoring every Thursday. So yeah, expect me to anchor one of the top headlines, and of course the other headlines that I'm into. So yeah, look forward to that. Alright, back to my show topic now, and well, what do we have? It looks like Reddit users claimed that Microsoft removed Microsoft reviews from Xbox app for Windows 11, but Microsoft denied. Alright, so here it is. So this is coming from Windows latest. You be the judge to say about this. You be the judge. A Reddit user recently claimed that Microsoft is blocking the word Microslop in reviews for the Xbox PC app on the Microsoft Store. The post, shared on r/PC Master Race by user u/page groundbreaking26, included a fabricated screenshot of a Microsoft Digital Safety email stating that the review violated company policies. At the time of writing, the post has gathered over 17,000 upvotes and more than 600 comments, with most users assuming the claim was true and criticizing Microsoft. Oh, boy. As you can see the screenshot, this is what our user said. I left a review saying I hope they don't inject AI and turn the Xbox app into Microsoft, and it appears that is again the policy in the review. But how is it exactly? Well, we don't know. We don't know. Okay, we don't know. So Windows Central was skeptical and skeptical of the post and immediately started to investigate. Moderators on the subreddit eventually added a note to the post stating, possibly misleading, OP posted nothing to indicate it for sure. In other words, the screenshot shared does not prove that the Microsoft or the word Microsoft was the reason for the privacy violation. Windows leaders also reached out to Microsoft for clarification, and unsurprisingly, at least for them, a Microsoft spokesperson told them that the company has not banned the term Microsoft in Microsoft Store reviews. So, following the original report on Microsoft banning Microsoft on the Copilot Discord server, which got trending in Reddit, the user posted saying Xbox PC app doesn't allow for the word Microsoft with a context that they left a review saying, I hope they don't inject AI and turn the Xbox app into Microsoft, and it appears that that is against their policy in the review. This was a perfect example of engagement farming. While it is true that Microsoft did ban the word Microsoft on its Discord server, where it is still banned, the company did not ban the term from Microsoft Store reviews. So, to verify the claim, they posted their own review of the Xbox PC app on the Microsoft Store, and it clearly included the word Microsoft. The review was published successfully and still remains visible, which immediately suggests that the term itself is not blocked by Microsoft's review system. Windows latest also contacted Microsoft for clarification. In response to them, Microsoft confirmed that the company has not banned the word Microsoft in Microsoft Store reviews. So this is what a Microsoft spokesperson told the outlet in a statement, quote, "We have confirmed that Microsoft did not ban the term Microsoft in Microsoft reviews. The company does enforce certain policies to help ensure reviews are relevant to the content of product though. Basically, Microsoft moderates reviews based on privacy violations, not specific insults or nicknames. Reviews that are considered irrelevant to the product or violating store guidelines may still be removed, but the company says there is no rule specifically targeting the word Microsoft. Of course, this also means that the Reddit post claiming Microsoft is banned in the Microsoft Store reviews is fake. The policy notice shown in the screenshot shared by OP only states that the review violated off-topic comments guidelines, which could happen for several reasons. Regardless, the notice also states that Microsoft reviewed the user's review from the store. However, the amount of attention gathered by a fake post criticizing Microsoft is proof that the company is in a dire situation and needs to act up its act. So, because Microsoft's and shockingly, the well-known tech YouTuber who reviews hardware or GPU hardware, Gamers Nexus, has reposted yes, Gamers Nexus. I'm saying a big name of a tech YouTuber. Yep, Gamers Nexus reposted this. So yeah. Anyway, Gamers Nexus have fallen for base. So yeah. So much so that even authoritative figures in the tech content industry, like Gamers Nexus, have fallen for baseless claims about Microsoft banning Microsoft in the store reviews. Yeah. Oh dear. I'm not surprised. I mean, Gamers Nexus is... I'm gonna be fair about Gamers Nexus. Gamers Nexus is a very good tech YouTuber, and I highly recommend you watch it. But for him reposting it on X or Twitter with this misleading Reddit post, yeah, this sounds off. Yeah, this sounds off. Yeah, this sounds off. So again, huge shout out to Windows Latest for of course debunking on it, because this is the only outlet I can trust on, and also to the fact that they do analysis very well on related to Microsoft Windows, and they're even doing well on cracking down on misleading posts. So this is what I like about Windows Latest, as I have been saying this many times. And by the way, referring to Gamers Nexus, yes, he did indeed cite Windows Latest before. Yeah, he did cite Windows Latest in one of their videos before. Not to mention Steve from Gamers Nexus cited Windows Latest in one of their videos before. So there you go. All right, now we know that it's fake. we knew that a Reddit post was very misleading. Not surprising. This is what they are falling for engagement bait, huh? Anyway, what can you say about this? Now we know that Microsoft isn't actually banning the term, and yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy, guys. This is very crazy. All right, I wanna hear from him or my colleague LTG. Now that Microsoft has confirmed that they did not ban Microsoft in Microsoft Store reviews, and even Windows Latest can attest that, because we know that this is a post engagement bait. So anyway, what can you say about this, LTG?
Well, imagine if I actually did this and I will double check their reviews and I will add a the lowest rated that I've seen Microsoft. I will do it right now. And if they did ban the word Microsoft, well, they are just not what do you call this? They're not just true to their words. You know?
I mean, I don't think they're banning Microsoft in Microsoft Store, but I mean, if you recall, LTG, they did block the word Microsoft in Copilot's official Discord server because they were being nitpicky, of course. They did block it on the Discord server, but not Microsoft Store reviews. That's a problem. That's a problem. Because they were being nitpicky.
Still sketchy for that. I'm still being sketchy. Not gonna lie. I will try that next time. If they actually just lying, well, I will say this on X, you know.
We'll see. I don't because Windows Latest already reached out to Microsoft and they confirmed they did not, in fact, ban the term. But you be the judge. I get it. People are being skeptical about this. It's okay to be skeptical, but I trust their words with Windows Latest, so I will side with Windows Latest for this one. So yeah, people, you can be skeptical about this, but I'll side with Windows Latest on what was happening. But yeah, so yeah, you be the judge for this one. Anyway, so that's Microsoft. That is one Reddit post claiming that Microsoft removing Copilot, or not Copilot, removing Microsoft term in it is Microsoft Store user reviews, but later got debunked by Microsoft. All right, moving on to the next one, and this time we got somewhat security or cybersecurity update for Windows 11. So, yep, it's getting a secure boot allow key exchange update to, it's being expanded to more pieces and will require a reboot to install. So, if you go to Windows Updates and check for updates, you might have a pending update secure boot allowed key exchange key update, which requires a system reboot to finish installing. Now, if you don't see the update, it either means it's already installed or will appear soon. Regardless, you're going to get the update, and you actually need it. So, secure boot certificates have been making headlines for a while now, and some assume that only enterprises need to worry about them. While it's true that enterprises need to pay more attention, secure boot is also required on consumer PCs. Now, before you ask me, Cairo, do you not know what secure boot is? Well, luckily for Windows latest, they are putting a term if people are unfamiliar with what it means. Well, we will tell you what is secure boot. So the secure boot concept might sound a bit complicated, but it has a fairly straightforward job. Secure boot is required by Unified Extensible Firmware Unified Extensible Firmware Interface, or UEFI based firmware to validate that only trusted software runs during boot. To put it simply, it's a feature inside your PC's UEFI firmware that checks imported boot files like the Windows bootloader and verifies if they were really signed by a trusted authority, like this one for example. So if you see the secure boot state showing on, that means secure boot is on. So when the signature matches one of the trusted certificates stored in firmware, the software is allowed to run. Windows 11 requires and uses secure boot to ensure that only legitimate boot software is granted permission to run, and bootkits and other malware are immediately blocked before Windows even starts. Just like a website certificate, secure boot also needs to be refreshed. Secure boot certificates have an expiry, and one of the most widely used certificates was issued back in 2011, which is now set to begin expiring in June 2026. Once Secure Boot 2011 certificates expire, your PC will still boot Windows normally, but it can stop verifying newer secure boot protections such as updated boot files, revoked bad signatures, and fixes for future bootload threats. Verification is required for security of Windows. And Microsoft is aware and will be replacing Secure Boot 2011 certificates with the newer Secure Boot 2023 certificates. If you see the following Windows update, it means your device is finally receiving the newer certificates. So, how do you verify if the Secure Boot certificates are already applied? So, as the author mentioned at the outset, if you don't see the Secure Boot update, it either means it's already installed or it's not yet available for your computer. So, how can you check it for yourself? Well, you will need to run terminal in administrator mode, or open shell, and then you type the following command. And if you see a text saying true, that means you have a new certificate. But if it says false, then it's not installed just yet. So yeah, there you go. So that is secure boot allow key exchange update being expanded to more PCs, and if you haven't received one, you should be getting one soon. All right, so I wanna speak to ODG. Did you receive a new secure boot allowed key exchange key update on your computer yet, or?
I don't know. Probably yes, because I already updated my Windows 11. But I will check about that right now.
Yeah, there's a comment right there. You just have to type the following comment right there.
What is this command again? Key exchange boot update.
Yeah. This is the comment you need to run if you're seeing my screen share. This is the comment you need to run.
Is this why my Windows update is bugged right now? Is this why?
That I don't know. That I don't know. Oops.
I will check in here.
But yeah, if you already got one, if you're already getting a new update or secure boot update, then if it returns true, then you're already good to go. If it says false, then you haven't gotten an update yet. So I'll also be checking myself. I will also be checking on my end. If I get one, I think I might be getting one. It says attention needed. Let's see. Okay, I'm getting a preview update, but it returned an error. Some update files are missing or have problems. Okay, well, that's I don't know why, but that's not good.
It is definitely not good. I have true.
That means you have a newer secure boot update. So you're good. You're good. You're good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Let me check. You're good.
Wait a minute.
Nice.
Cairo, I need to probably reboot my PC because my Windows update is currently bugged in right now. So wait a second.
All right, take your time. I'll see you later, guys. It looks like on my end it says false. So I'm not getting an update yet. I'm not sure why, but I'm not getting any update. Let me just check for updates again. Oh, the last time it checked was 2 days ago. Interesting. The last time I checked for updates was 2 days ago. That's pretty interesting. And I haven't even restarted my PC for a week now. Shocking to say the least. Yeah, shocking to say the least. I haven't rebooted my PC for a week now. I know, shocking, isn't it? But yeah. How do I get is it optional updates? No, that's not the optional updates. That's not driver updates. I don't need driver updates. Okay, it's actually trying to install an update. It's actually trying to install a preview update right now, but if it returns an error again, well, I don't know when. But yeah, anyway, there you go. So that's a secure boot allowed key exchange update now being expanded to more PCs. And well, I can say is that if you do get an update, definitely install it if you have Windows 11 PC laying around you. All right, and definitely will be the last tech round headline before we head to last commercial break, and before we even move on to the weekly smartphone poll results. Well, this is interesting, coming from Satya Nadella, the CEO of Microsoft, where they didn't want people to call AI a slop reality, but here we are. We are talking about the fate of Xbox gaming at Microsoft, and well, Satya has made a comment saying gaming is a core part of the company and is long on gaming and new discussion. Okay, well, I might have to doubt for this one. So this is coming from Windows Central, and I think I'm saying this right there. I think Windows Central has managed to ask questions in its internal Q&A. So let's read the statement from Satya Nadella saying, quote, "They are core identities in this company. I don't think Microsoft will exist without these identities continuing to strive. We're a platform company." Being a knowledge worker company and gaming. These are the main identities of what Microsoft has always meant and will always mean. And this is what Windows Central asked with his first question. Are you satisfied with Satya Nadella's comments during the oh wait, no, sorry. This is actually asking the audience if you're satisfied with this one. Well, I will see the action, to be honest. I'm gonna see the action. I'm not gonna say it that I'm really sure, but yeah. And it's actually installing. Oh. Yeah. Okay, anyway, so this is what Satya Nadella said in his last statement. For me, we're long on gaming. We'll continue to invest, and we will always do so. And finally, Microsoft's lead communications chief Frank Shu responded to the claim on X and pushed back directly, stating this: "Asha Sharma has my full trust and has a blank check to revive Xbox and the trust of the fans, no matter the cost." Was not said. There you go. I think we all can be skeptical if they're I think we all can be skeptical if they're truthful to the terms, but we all can be skeptical because again, the new leadership of Xbox, we're skeptical. So I really am not sure if they're really committed to the gaming in this. Alright, anyway, so yeah. Okay, sorry. I was a bit distracted with what's going on, but yeah. Okay, anyway, so there you go. So yeah, what I can say real quick is that I'm still skeptical of the new leadership of Xbox, because yeah, you'll never know what they're gonna do with the Xbox brand, because if they're really serious in bring back the trust, we will have to see their action and not their words. All right, that's the reality. We need to see the action, not the words. All right, here you go. So that's now being said right there. There's that. Alright, it is now 7:46 p.m. Philippine Standard Time, and actually it looks like the Hanover, it looks like they're having a problems with it looks like one of the simulcasters for koolFM, the Manila SDR, is having problems connecting to the clean feed, and I aren't exactly sure why, but it looks like the TOC is still working perfectly, but the simulcast is unfortunately slow, and yeah, that's not good. Alright, I'm gonna like inspect a bit of the HAMAG. I'll just need to check if it's all good now. Oh yeah, it's definitely slow. But we'll just wait. Relay tunnel blocked. Relay tunnel. Relay tunnel. Relay tunnel. It's all relay tunnel. Hold on. Hold on. Oh yeah, relay tunnel. You're right. Yeah, something's not right. Well, therapy species is fine. So it's clearly the computer problem. Right, I think we will be restarting the computer after the show ends, but in the meantime, we will be taking our last commercial break as we will be getting into our weekly smartphone poll results and of course with the smartphone news. So don't go anywhere as ASPHERE'S Cafe will return after these messages. Stay along with us, we will be right back.
Pagkagising sa umagang umangon at kumain ng sapat, gatas ang kailangan para lumusog ang katawan, pero may solusyon dyan. Ito ang MSI Gatas. Uminom ng MSI Gatas.
Ada Morella po, mag-MSA Gatas para iinumin ang gatas. Sarap. Mag-MSA Gatas na. 69 na piso SRP sa suking tindahan.
The use of milk supplements must only be upon the advice of a health professional.
Every sunrise brings a new story, and every story begins with a single journey. At Zakish Airlines, we believe travel isn't just about reaching your destination. It's about the experience that carries you there. From comfort that feels like home, to service that feels like family, we make sure your moments in the sky are unforgettable. Because when you fly with us, the world is closer than you think. Zakish Airlines, your world within reach.
Kung ikaw ay nagtataka, ito ay isang napakasarap na adobo. Pero bakit napakabango? Ang sikreto ni Mommy ay ospentoyo. Ito ay fermented, gawain ito sa pinakamahusay na kalidad ng soybeans mula sa sakahan, sobrang sarap, sobrang dekalidad at syempre, safe gamitin ayon sa Food and Drug Administration. Para sa iyong pamilya, pipiliin ng lahat ang pinakamahusay na brand. Ospentoyo, sulit sarap!
Shopee, dua-dua, Menzel, ala Menzel, di Shopee, dua-dua, Shopee, dua-dua, Menzel, ala Menzel, di Shopee, dua-dua, di Shopee, dua-dua, ala Menzel, di Shopee, dua-dua, ala Menzel, di Shopee, dua-dua, ala Menzel, di Shopee, dua-dua, Menzel.
I'm an all-around media personality. Of course, I read books. Because not only they give me knowledge, but they're also a form of entertainment. What you're seeing right now are few of the best-selling brands of GSCA Kent Media. At iilan pa yan, marami pa yan ha. Basta, hanapin nyo lang ang logo na to. The Philippines' leading premier #1 awesome publisher GSCA Kent Media. Because reading is indispensable.
Di biro ang maging newscaster at president and CEO. Dati, sa office inaantok pa ako at napapagod. Buti sa tulong ng Lion Energy Drink, lumakas pa ako. Bukod sa taurine, vitamin B complex at ginseng, ay meron ring vitamin C para lumakas ang immune system. Kaya ako'y matibay at masigla ang aking trabaho. Lakas ka with Lion Energy Drink. From Godwin enterprise.
Mahalagang paalala, ang Lion Energy Drink ay hindi gamot at hindi maaaring gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Hay naku, nakaka-stress talaga ang traffic. Pagdating ko sa bahay, napahiga na lang ako sa sopa. Yun tuloy, sumakit na ang ulo ko. Reset.
Headache? May solusyon dyan. Introducing PD Pharma Paracetamol Anti-Fever Capsule. Bukod sa lagnat, panlaban rin yan sa sakit ng ulo. May bisa ng paracetamol para balik sigla ka na mula umaga hanggang gabi.
Ayos na ng pakiramdam ko ah. Salamat sa PD Pharma Paracetamol.
Basta paracetamol, hanapin ang nakatatak. PD Pharma.
Ang pagiging news anchor at journalist, hindi biro ang naging trabaho ko. Mula sa aking pagbasa ng script hanggang matapos ang aking newscast. Hay nako, nakakapagod talaga. Ang saklap pa. Buti na lang, I discover Meralias Cola.
Ang inumin na ito ay may iron, taurine at B vitamins. Dinagdagan pa ng fiber.
Pagkainom ko pa lang, ang sarap. Refreshing talaga at sulit pa. Wow, ayos to sa akin. Kapag masigla ang ating araw, mag-Meralias Cola na tayong lahat.
Sulit na, refreshing pa. 15 pesos pa rin.
DM Products Corporation.
Innova Power G6, fast, sleek, reliable, affordable. Now equipped with Ryzen 7000 series CPU, Radeon RX 7000 series, 1TB SSD storage, and 32GB RAM. Enough to fulfill your needs.
Innova. Napapagod ako sa advertisement ito. Iyong sa tibiro at nakaka-stress. Para iinom ako ng AO Cola. Ang AO Cola at may iron, taurine, at B vitamins. Para iinom ng sugar ito. Sarap. Adam Orelar po. Para sa AO Cola. AO Cola. Also available of AO Cola Blueberry.
Mira drinking water. Fresh, cool, calm.
Inspire any Filipino's choice. Introducing O-Spend Mineral Water, made from 100% pure mountain water. Distilled, fresh, approved by Filipinos.
I choose O-Spend Mineral Water.
Mabango ang hair. Hindi lang ang hair, smooth pa rin. Thanks to O-Spend Shampoo with 100% natural coconut cream. May long-lasting bango, kaya di lang mabango, bango smooth pa.
Make your sauce tastier with O-Spend mayonnaise. Mix, dip, and eat. Sarap. Make your meals deliciously neat with O-Spend mayonnaise.
Camyon Choco Biscuit. With extra chocolate and extra creamer in one biscuit, will give a delicious chocolate taste. You'll want to try it again.
Camyon Choco Biscuit. Feel the Choco vibes.
Uminom ka ng tinted cola sa isang malakas na lasa para masigla ang araw mo. Try na? Sarap, di ba? Available din sa mga bayan na walang sugar at 500 ml at 1 litro ng bote. Tinted Cola, refresh your life.
Nakikanta no? Pero don't worry na lods. Like of peanut antivirus. G para sa secure na browsing. G para sa secure na computer. At G para sa secure na Pilipinas.
Download and install Peanut Antivirus now.
Bilang isang journo at isang host ng sarili kong programa, hindi talaga biro ang trabaho. At kapag pagod, sisigla pa rin ako with Meralias Cola Grape. Meralias Cola Grape with iron, taurine, B vitamin. Nasigla ang araw ko. Nasigla ang araw with Meralias Cola.
PDM. Wala kaming commercial. Pwera na lang sa commercial nito, oo. Oo naman. Pero, meron ba kaming bagong produkto? Meron ba kaming iaalok sa inyo? Meron ba kaming kinuhang artista o sikat na personalidad para i-endorse kung anong mang inaalok namin? Siyempre, ang sagot niyan, wala. Literal na wala. Wala kami niyan, Chong.
It's morning sunrise. It's time to buy another bread. Guyanese original pandan-thai, made from real wheat flour, sugar, milk, butter, salt, all, and yeast for better taste and better smooth, fluffy, and extra soft. Price only at 20 pesos for 10 pandinsel and 40 pesos for 20 pandinsel. Available on Guyanese Bake Shop and other bakery stores nationwide.
Ang boring dito. Hanap na lang kaya ako ng maiinom.
Ang refreshing.
Refresh your day. Feel alive with Chaos Cola. Also available, Chaos Soda.
Woo! 25 pesos lang. Sulit. Bin na.
Kahit saan, sisig ng ina mo, lunod ka sa saya, mula sa pampagana hanggang sa dulo.
Ang sisig na hinahanap-hanap mo ay nasa sisig ng ina mo na. For just 70 pesos, may legit na kapampangan na sisig ka na with soft drinks and sabaw. Dito lang yan sa sisig ng ina mo.
Alright, welcome back to the program, and looks like my computer is not playing with me well. Yep, my computer is not playing with me right now while I was trying to control the TOC. Like, it's like locking up it's locking up, how do I say this? Yeah, my computer is locking up every few minutes. I'm not even sure why. Oof. Anyway, without any further to do now, I don't know if LDG was with me earlier. Am I missing something? Okay, no, I'm not. Okay, alright. Wait, let me read my chat. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, we're cooking something for later, so we're cooking something for later. But in the meantime, without any wasting any more time, let's get my screen share up now. Hopefully, my computer isn't locking up for real this time. Okay, so the Windows update status is around 29% on installing preview update, or I will have yet to check again if I'm getting a new security key update, but either way, this is going to be fun. Alright, let's get my screen share up again. And by the way, to note,
Kaya mo pa ba, Kai? Can you?
See? I told you my computer was locking up while I was speaking. I told you.
Nah. Dead air.
Dead air.
Pa natin. Let's save this. While Kai is fixing whatever is wrong with his lappy right now. I want to tell you all.
I'm trying to
Please
say.
look forward to tonight's Cool News Prime Time. That's happening later at 9:45 p.m. And I'm kind of rushing right now because I still need to complete everything. I'm really
Nice.
procrastinating right
Nice.
now. That is crazy.
Nice.
Hi,
Okay.
are you good?
Hello. Okay. I was going to try to
Okay.
say. Let me speak. Okay. So after ASPHERE'S
Thank
Cafe,
you.
after ASPHERE'S Cafe, I'm gonna do a heads up for our fellow Cool FM listeners and Cool TV viewers. After ASPHERE'S Cafe, we will be restarting the TOC because apparently our verified simulcaster, that is Manila SDR, is having problems connecting it, and my guess is that we will have to restart the TOC if the problems persist. So we'll keep an eye on that. Okay, without wasting any more time, and looks like Astra is in the call. Hello, I wasn't expecting.
Hello guys. Hello, good evening. Can I promote something here for DZX?
Go.
All right, mga kakul and sa mga kaziks ng bayan, mamayang 8:30 PM, inayaan ko po kayong lahat na makinig sa DZEX sa mga dahil magpe-play kami ng Hatsune Miku music or mga kanta ni Hatsune Miku mamaya in commemoration of Hatsune Miku Day this March 9 or 3/9, where fans celebrate it worldwide as Hatsune Miku Day. So, ayun, Miku Play 2026, it was a collaborative special playout between DZEX and Sekai Pop, and it was sponsored by Melody Mart. So, ayun. Ayun, in-invite ko kayo na makinig sa DZEX mamaya after ng ASPHERE'S Cafe if may time kayo. And we would like to make you feel enjoyed, make you feel the vibes of this global phenomenon, virtual diva superstar Hatsune Miku. So, yun lang. 8:30 mamaya sa DZEX Miku Play 2026. Okay, Cairo, Mido, and LTG, back to you.
Thank you very much. And yes, as what my co-host, my soon to be returning co-host of ASPHERE'S Cafe said, you heard that right, ladies and gents. It's Hatsune Miku Day. Yup, it's Hatsune Miku Day. Right? It's Hatsune Miku Day apparently. Oh.
Yeah. Okay, continue on, Cairo. I'll be moving back to DZEX.
All right.
Thank you for giving me time to promote.
You're welcome. See you on Wednesday.
See ya.
See you
on Wednesday, mga kafe.
Yes, thank you very much. Okay, without wasting any more time now, let's get into our weekly poll results for this week. And well, the Galaxy S26 and S26 Ultra have a fighting chance, but the S26 Plus is dead in the water. Well, it looks like people are really not interested. People are really not interested in the Plus variant, the S26. Not surprising. So here are your results for the S26 Ultra. So we got, yes, I won one with 664 votes, sitting at 7.8%. Maybe it depends on reviews with 167 votes. No percentage. No, not in this price with 542 votes, sitting at 6.4%. I'll get one of the other S26 models instead with 149 votes. No percentage. I prefer an older S Ultra model with 57,000 votes and 18.4% of votes. There are better flagships on the market with 50-30 votes with the percentage of 59.3%. I don't want a flagship with 97 votes, and none of the above with 270 votes. Now, let's have a look at the S26 Plus results. Up. It's really underwhelming for the S26 Plus. So yes, I won one with 90 votes. No percentage. Maybe it depends on reviews. 35 votes. 6 months instead with 184 votes with 4.8%. I prefer an older S Plus model with 84 votes. No percentage. There are better flagships on the market with 30-26 votes with 78.2%. That's crazy. I don't want a flagship with 33 votes and none of the above. With 159 votes with 4.1%. And finally, the regular S26. Yes, I won one with the 120 votes. Maybe it depends on reviews with 65 votes. No, not at this price with 101 votes, sitting at 35.2% of votes. I prefer an older S model with 144 votes. There are better flagship. Sorry, am I missing something? Alright, I think I am. I prefer an older S model option has the 5.1% of votes. There are better flagships on the market with 1257 votes with 44.2% of votes. I don't want a flagship with 30 votes and none of the above with 108 votes. Oh, this number right here, guys. If you ask me, is it really shocking? Don't be surprised because you can see that this is really underwhelming number. Okay, the chart, guys, the chart. Very underwhelming. Like, holy crap. Underwhelming, ladies and gentlemen. Underwhelming. If you ask me, it's underwhelming, to say the least. So, yeah. What can you say about the numbers that you are seeing? What can you say about the numbers on the S25 Plus charts you are seeing? Isn't that crazy, isn't it? Because if you ask me, who is this phone for, right? Who would be buying the S26 Plus? Who would be buying that? Who would be buying that anyway? So yeah, that's the weekly smartphone poll results for this week. We will now be moving on to this week's smartphone poll. Will you buy the iPhone 17e? Yes, so if you're wondering what is iPhone 17e, it's the latest smartphone, or it's Apple's latest entry-level iPhone in the market. You can get, well, in the Philippines it's gonna take weeks before it comes to the Philippine market, but iPhone 70e is their latest entry-level iPhone, which you can get in other markets as of right now. Well, maybe not yet as of this episode, but you could pretty much get one right now if it's by the time it's already out. So for the specs, it features an A19 chipset, or Apple A19 chipset, and for the networking, it will use the Apple C1X modem, which is up to twice as fast as the C1 from the iPhone 16e. The display is the same 6.1 OLED panel, which still runs at 16 Hz and still has that chunky notch on top. But it has a better cover protection, being the Ceramic Shield 2, which is 3 times better scratch resistance, and it has an anti-reflective coating. Nice. The battery capacity is the same, 4,500 mAh, and wire charging is the same, 50% in 30 minutes, but wireless charging is now twice as fast as 50 watts. Yes, the 16e only supported 7.5 watt wireless charging. More importantly, this is proper MagSafe charging, so the 70e has full access to the ecosystem of magnetic chargers and mounts with a case. And finally, the storage, the base storage is now starting at 256, so you're not getting 128. So you're not getting 128 as your base storage anymore, which is pretty good. So this is a nice upgrade. This is a nice storage upgrade you will get if you're getting a base model, which you will now get 256 gigabytes as their starting storage. Okay, other than that, as they're saying, it's a more the minor upgrade over the 60E, and if you already have the 60E, I don't see a reason you should upgrade. But anyway, to the newcomers, moving in getting iPhone for the first time, now this is a chance. Here it is. Will you be buying the iPhone 17e? Here are your options. Yes, I want one. Maybe it depends on reviews. I'll wait for a lower price. I prefer the iPhone 60e. I want an iPhone 17 instead. I'll get one of the premium iPhones. I don't want an iPhone, and none of the above. So there you go. So that's your options if you're interested in buying buying Apple's latest and greatest entry-level iPhone. Will you be getting one? This is your chance to vote right now. So I'll be leaving the link in the show notes if you're interested in voting on whether you will be buying an iPhone 17e or not. And also, if you're interested, definitely you will be picking one in the shelves when it comes out. So yeah, that is your smartphone weekly poll for this week. Okay, well. Is WhatsApp following footsteps of Telegram with their subscription service? Seems like it, because according to GSM Arena, WhatsApp is now rumored to be soon introducing a premium tier. So something is telling me that WhatsApp could be following Telegram's footsteps with its premium tier. Like, for example, if you use Telegram, you will notice immediately that there is a premium tier. Okay, there is a premium tier on Telegram. If you use Telegram, you will immediately notice that if that some of the features are locked behind paywall. Anyway, and yeah, WhatsApp is catching up. So this is going to be called WhatsApp Plus. It's set to offer several additional customization options to change the app theme, app icon, and accent colors, including 14 new icons and multiple color choices and interface elements. Additionally, it will let you pin up to 20 chats instead of the 3 that are now supported. Interesting. You'll also get exclusive subscriber-only ringtones. More features could be added over time, including exclusive stickers. So here is what you all here's all what you all can expect for the WhatsApp Plus service. On the left, you have the option to choose the app theme, and on the second, you have the option to, I don't know. Well, this is what I'm seeing in the screenshot. This is basically showing the unread conversations, if I'm not mistaken. The third option is the third one being in the middle of the picture is showing you where you can pick one of the app icons. Fourth one is showing the selection of ringtones. And finally, the fifth option being the ability to pin up to 20 chats, and this is the error you will get right there. You can only pin 20 chats, so yeah. However, as of this as of this time, we are unsure how much it will cost and when it will launch, but we will keep an eye on that. So there you go. So that is WhatsApp. That is WhatsApp Plus, ladies and gentlemen. So what can you say about this one, ladies and gents? What can you say about this one? Either way, I would love to know if you're interested in subscribing to WhatsApp Plus service. For me, I don't think I would need one. There is absolute no need for me. So there you go. Alright, I think I have spoke too soon. I think I have spoke too soon with the set of headlines I have already prepared prior to my show starting. And yeah, I think I really spoke too soon. So yeah. Anyway, let me check. For in the meantime, I'll be checking the Hamachi stuff, if I can even connect to the IP on my end. Yeah, it looks like it's taking a long time than expected. That's crazy. I don't know why, but it's pretty odd. Okay, yeah. Anyway, yeah, I was listening to DCEX. I was listening to DCEX on my computer, and it's working fine, but the Hamachis and yeah. Okay, I'm gonna be asking Manila SDR real quick. Is Cool FM feed working fine, or is it having issues again? Is
Still
it working?
slow. Yeah, it's still slow.
It's still slow. Oh, I mean, so we need to restart the TOC after the show. So, yeah. I guess if it's slow, then we have no choice. Then we're gonna have to restart the computer. I guess, if that's the case. But that will be done after the show. So I don't want to end the show prematurely. But yeah. Anyways, let me find more smartphone headlines. But in the meantime, let's see if there's anyone in my live stream chat right now. Let me just head over to Ask the Discovery channel. Looks like there is no activity at all. So, yeah, damn. Okay then. Alright. What do we have? What else? Okay, we got the Vivo X300S, the Poco X8 Pro, Alright, sorry for awkward silence. I'm just preparing some more of the headlines I can discuss or share with you right here. Okay, I think we are all good with this. So now let me bring my screen share back here. All right. Actually, before I continue, we got Adzi in the Discord stage. Hello, Adzi. Welcome to the cafe. I hope you're having a great time here. And we are gonna be be wrapping up in 9 minutes, and we'll also be restarting the TOC after I'm done with the show. But yeah, anyway, without wasting any more time, now we are now into our the extra round set of smartphone news, and starting off with the Vivo X300s. Yep, it is set to debut soon along with the key specs. So Vivo has confirmed it will soon unveil the X300s in China. The company has also revealed some key specifications of the handset, which recent leaks had referred to as the X300 Max. The upcoming S variant is likely to go official alongside the Vivo X300 Ultra. The confirmation comes from Vivo's product manager Han Bok Xiao, who shared the details on Weibo. The Vivo X300s will be a larger and improved version of the standard X300. So here is the teaser image. Obviously, it's in Chinese, so or traditional Chinese, so you won't understand what it says. But I might be able to translate bits of it. So on the front, it's saying it has 144 hertz of 144 hertz refresh rate, and then you have 6.78 inch Q10 plus. I don't know what it says, but I'm pretty sure that's referring to the display. And then you have a quick charge. Oh wait, no, sorry. It's called circular polarization light 2.0. I guess that's what they're saying there. And the panel is BOE, interesting. And yeah, it's using AMOLED display. Alright, so let me mention the rest of the specs. So it will feature a flat 6.78 inch AMOLED display using a BOE Q10 Plus panel. The screen will support a 144 Hz refresh rate, 1.5K resolution, and circular polarization light 2.0 technology, which is set to offer improved eye protection. The Vivo X300s will also be equipped with dual 1511 ceramic speakers and support the SuperSense gaming audio zone feature, which Vivo claims can improve the in-game audio detail by up to 120%. Further, the phone, is this image even loaded properly? Okay, nope, never mind. I thought it didn't load, but I guess that's actually coming from the image. I must know why is it showing the gray area, but it's actually coming from the image. Anyway, so further, the phone will come with a 75-14-40 vibration model that is set to offer improved haptic feedback. Notably, the Vivo executive also confirmed that the X300s will feature a 200 megapixel main rear camera, but did not reveal any additional details about the rest of the camera system. According to recent leaks, the handset could be equipped with a Dimensity 95000 SoC. It is rumored to offer a 50 megapixel periscope telephoto camera, a 7000 mAh battery, and an IP69 rating. Ooh, so that's the X300s coming from Vivo, and now we know the key specs. For now, it will be China exclusive before expanding to other regions, but so far, from what I'm seeing the specs, this is actually pretty good. So yeah, there you go. So that is Vivo X300s. What do you think about this upcoming Vivo smartphone? I'll be the judge. I would love to know what your thoughts on this this smartphone. Next, not Vivo. What am I? Why am I mixing up? Anyway, we have Poco X8 Pro series, which now has its official launch date. So the launch date will be taking place on March 17 at 8 p.m. Beijing time, which is 5:30 p.m. in India, 2 p.m. in Eastern Europe, 1 p.m. in Central Europe, 12 noon in London, and 8 a.m. in New York. So that would be 8 p.m. here in the Philippines, if I'm not mistaken. So here is the teaser image of the Poco X8 Pro. So far, yeah, this is from what I'm seeing, this is showing the cameras or speaker. I don't know, but you decide. Do you think they're hinting with this teaser image? Do you think they're hitting on the improved camera, or speakers, because I don't know, because what I'm seeing in the TC image is the cameras. I could be wrong, but anyway, there's that. So the Poco X8 Pro is expected to be a rebranded Redmi Turbo 5 with a smaller 6,500 mAh battery, based on past leaks, while the X8 Pro Max is allegedly a Redmi Turbo 5 Max with an 8,500 mAh battery. And yeah, not surprised to be fair, because knowing Xiaomi's past history, or Redmi or Poco's past history in rebranding phones of the Redmi phones with Poco branded phones, this is not surprising. They have done this before. So yeah. Anyway, your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts on that? I would love to know. Alright, we are down to the last two, and we are now less than 3 minutes before we wrap up coffee here. It looks like a smaller version of the Redmi Pad 2 is coming on the way. And yeah, we got the Redmi Pad 2 9.7 inch now being listed in the GSMA's IMEI database. They are database with 3 model numbers. We got 2604ERP4DG, 2604ERP4DC, and 2604ERP4DY, or DI. 4DI, there you go. So it is said that it will be launching in China, India, as well as other global markets. So it could be coming out way faster than expected. So for the specs, there are no other details aside from its name, but we are getting a 9.7 inch touchscreen, which is really nice. And for the specs, for the actual specs, we got the 16,525/60 resolution and 90Hz refresh rate, a MediaTek Helio G100 Ultra SoC. We have 4, 6, and 8 gigabytes of RAM configurations, 128 or 256 gigabytes of storage, an 8 megapixel rear camera, a 5 megapixel front camera, and a 9,000 mAh battery with support for 80-watt charging. So that's the details you need to know about the Redmi Pad 2 being our Redmi Pad 2 9.7 inch version, which in fact they call it a smaller version. And the last but not least is the itel launching its Xeno 100 with military grade toughness. So itel has launched the Xeno 100 in India, built as rugged, refined, ready. That's their marketing tagline you're seeing there. So the specs, you got not so good specs, to be fair. It's just more of a typical Android entry level specs you'll normally see. So yeah, you got 6.67 inch screen with a 9Hz refresh rate, and this is not 1080p but more like 720p. 180 Hz touch sampling rate, 480 nit brightness, that's too low. The Unitstock D71000 SoC at the helm, that's also an entry-level chipset. And you got 3 or 4 gigabytes of RAM configuration, along with 64 gigabytes of expandable storage. 8 megapixel of rear camera with an LD flash, a 5 megapixel front camera, a 3.5mm headphone jack, a side-mounted fingerprint scanner embedded into the power button, and finally a 5,000 mAh battery with support for 10-watt wire charging. And oh, there will be no 5G support. I mean, 5G is already becoming more common in 2026, and yet this one does not support 5G to this day. Like, if you care about 5G, then this one is not for you. And as for the price, it will start at 6,866 Indian rupees with 3 gigs of RAM, and going up to 7,285 Indian rupees with 4 gigabytes of RAM, and will be available on Amazon India's marketplace. Alright, it is now exactly 8:30 p.m. and we have made it, ladies and gentlemen. And unfortunately, Laro Tire Gaming and Mido are on the other side of the call, which means I won't be able to hear any final thoughts. But yeah, And before I go, I want to be reading the comment from a well-known media journalist, and looks like he has something to say here. So he has something. He has something to do for his podcast. Nice. But yeah, I'm not gonna be mentioning his name for privacy reasons. But it's nice to see that he's planning to do another podcast episode before he wraps up before he takes a break for Holy Week. So yeah, shout out to you, man, for being here. Nice to see you all. Yes, nice. Yeah, it's nice to see you. And yeah, it looks like I am seeing an afflux of people now. I'm seeing a flux of people now joining Cool FM stage. And just a warning, before we even go, you will not be hearing anything for a while because we're gonna be restarting the Cool TOC to fix the issues. But thankfully, the streaming isn't impacted. The only problem right now is the IceCast streaming, which unfortunately, after inspecting issue, we will have to restore the computer. So, yeah. And just to verify that, Manila SDR on Aviator John, are you still experiencing slow connection when hooking up Cool FM feed? Hello, Aviator John.
Yeah, it's still slow connecting. It's currently reconnecting here on my audio processing stream receiver. It's not receiving any audio at all. It's still connecting.
Well, all right. Thank you for the update, Aviator John. So this really speaks that we will have to restart the TOC right after ASPHERE'S Cafe. So yeah, and with that. That brings us to the end of ASPHERE'S Cafe for tonight. Thank you very much for joining us, and we will be back again tomorrow, same time, same place. And by the way, shout out to all of you who are just joining us, but we are already wrapping up our coverage. But anyway, either way, thank you so much for stopping by to Cool FM stage. Really appreciate it all for showing up. But yeah, again, just a warning before we go. We will be restarting the TOC, so after the show, Cool FM and Cool TV will be dead air for a while, for at least 5 minutes. So we will be back later for Music Express because I don't think we will be having a Cool FM hangout. But rest assured, we will be back on air after restarting the TOC, and hopefully once it stabilizes for at least 5 minutes, we will be back on air. So yeah, in the meantime, after the TOC stabilizes and once we restart the system, the next program on Cool FM will be Music Express, followed by Cool News Prime Time at 9:45 p.m. and Talk with Sen at 10 p.m. This has been ASPHERE'S Cafe. I'm Cairo, along with my colleagues who's not there, but on behalf of Bito and Laro Tire Gaming, yeah, shout out to both of you who stopped by to my cafe before. But yeah, with that, the cafe is now closed. We will be seeing you tomorrow, same time, same place. Again, for overnight viewers watching the coffee replay, Music Express is next. But for Cool FM and Cool TV viewers and listeners right now, Music Express will be the next program after we restart the Cool FM TOC. But for now, we will see you tomorrow. The coffee is over. See you tomorrow. And Cool FM and Cool TV, we will be right back after 5 minutes. But that is all. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.